Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Hello Mr. Efransyah. How are you today? I hope you are always healthy and happy. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Ani Rahmawati from class B1 in Non-Reg English Language Education Study Program. At this time, I want to present about sentence with one clause. What is sentence with one clause? Sentence with one clause is called a simple sentence. A clause is a group of words that contains a subject and a predicate or verb, and it can stand alone as a complete thought. A simple sentence consists of just one independent clause and expresses a single idea. As we already know, the presence of a subject and a verb will produce a sentence. The subject here is the actor, person, or object that is at the core of the discussion in the sentence. And the verb that can show action or state. The next slide will discuss about verbs. Verbs are divided into two, transitive verb and intransitive verb. In transitive verbs, there must be an object. For example, she reads a book. She as a subject, read as transitive verb, and a book as object. And intransitive verb doesn't require an object. For example, the children play. The children as a subject and play as intransitive verb. Be careful of 3 points in this. First one, object of preposition. The object of preposition is a noun, pronoun, or noun phrase that follows a preposition and complete its meaning with a sentence. Prepositions are words that show the relationship between a noun or pronoun and other elements in the sentence. The object of the preposition provides additional information about location, direction, time, and relationship. And the second one is appositive. An appositive is a noun or noun phrase that renames or explains another noun or pronoun in a sentence. It provides additional information and is set off by command, thesis, or parenthesis. The appositive is used to clarify or identify the noun or pronoun it is modifying. And the last one is participle. Participle is a verbal form that functions as another part of speech that is often used as an adjective. There are two types of participle, parent, present participle and past participles. For present participles is formed by adding ing to the base form of the verb, and past participle is formed by adding ed, d, t, en, or n to the base form of the verb. Irregular verbs may have different form. And for example, the first one, she cried. She as subject, cried as verb. And then, I'm cleaning my own room. I as subject, I'm cleaning as verb, and my own as object. And then, at school, she always wear the uniform. At as object of preposition, school at object, she as subject always wear as verb and the uniform as object. Next, my father, a lawyer, can help you. My father as noun, a lawyer as a positive, can help as verb and you as subject. Next, the girl reading a book. Sat in the corner. The girl as subject, reading as past participle, a book as object, sat as verb, and in the corner object of preposition. And the last one is the cake decorated with chocolate. Girls look delicious. The cake as subject, decorated with chocolate curls as past participle, and look delicious as object. Remember, sometimes sentences in English only have one subject and verb, and it is very important for us to find the subject and verb in the sentence. In some sentences, finding the subject and verb is easy, but there are certain sentence structures such as preposition, appositive, and participle objects that can make us confused when we want to know where the subject and verb are, because each structure can be seen as a subject or verb. It can deceive us. The object of a of a preposition or of a positive can resemble a subject, but it turned out that mother is not subject. Meanwhile, participle can resemble verbs. Therefore, we should be able to carry out the following step to ensure that one sentence must have one subject and a verb. So we must make sure that sentence has a subject and verb. And then be careful with the object of prepositions and a positive when we are looking for subject. And the last one is be careful for present participle and past participle when we are looking for verbs. In this sentence problem, we can see that this slide we are trying to exercise. First, blah 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 was backed up for miles on the freeway. A. Yesterday. B. In the morning. C. Traffic. And D. Cars. In this sentence problem, we can see that there is a verb was, but there is no subject. Answer A, yesterday, and B, in the morning, do not have a subject. Today are subject, so they are not the answer. And answer C, traffic, is the correct answer because it contains a singular subject. And the answer D, cars, can be a subject, but it's not the right answer. Why? Because cars is not a singular but a plural and does not correspond to a singular verb, so the most appropriate answer is C. That's all for me. Thank you for your kind attention and stay healthy and keep happy. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.